Hey everyone. So I'm just sitting here at my desk. It's Thursday, thinking of a weekly update. I want to start doing it midweek, but just kind of pondering a number of things. Over the last number of weeks, we've talked about trials and tribulations, and of course, our Wednesday night study is from the book of James, and James reminds us that we are to consider it all joy whenever trials come our way. And then, of course, I look over on my desk at this calendar that somebody gave me, and it's got a number of funny expressions on it. And Wednesdays was expecting the world to treat you fairly because you are good is like expecting a bull not to charge because you're a vegetarian. I thought about that. It's humorous, right? Again, it comes back to the fact that we will always have trouble and tribulation in this life. I mean, there'll always be trials, but God is so good, is He not? God is just constantly walking with us, constantly encouraging us, constantly prompting us to follow Him, and even when we fall, even when we stumble, He is constantly picking us up and encouraging us to keep going. And so that is good. That's a blessing. Well, there are a number of our people that are struggling, a number with health concerns. And of course, some of those I just want to share with you this morning. Donna Walker was in hospital not long ago. She's had a number of health concerns. And of course, she is going to be getting ready to do some kidney dialysis. But she's going to need some rides because I guess the community rides that she's been using don't go into Hamilton. And so if you are able in any way to assist Donna with some rides when she gets ready to do that dialysis or those doctor's appointments, would you please let us know? Or you can reach out to Donna herself, and I believe her number's in our directory. Of course, I want you to keep Peter and Joan and Jeff and Lisa in prayer as well. You know that this isolation has been hard for all of the members of that family. It's really difficult to have somebody in long-term care, as certainly Sean and Sharon would know, but not be able to visit. On top of that, Peter is used to making uh, their food for Joan, and that is something that he and his family have committed to doing. Right now, they're not able to do that. Right now, Joan is on a Nestle product, I believe, and of course that has some issues that come with that, and so they have some concerns, they have some decisions that they need to make, and I would encourage you to pray for them as they make those decisions. May God give them wisdom. And of course, if God would move in the hearts of the doctors to kind of provide some other avenues for them, that would be wonderful. Again, we were reminded in Joshua chapter 10 this week that God is the God of the impossible. Joshua prayed that the sun would be still and the moon would stop, and God did those things. And so I would encourage you to pray and pray boldly, pray courageously for these individuals. Of course, I also want you to remember Judd and Shirley Hoover. Judd called me today, and Shirley is doing well, and so we can praise God for that. That is a good news item, an item of real praise that we can give thanks to God for. But of course, his son-in-law Bob is struggling with some blood issues, and he's had to have some transfusions, and they need to get that sorted out. And so we would ask that you would pray that the doctors would have wisdom, that God would give wisdom to the doctors in the weeks ahead. Some other updates that I probably need to just inform you of. Obviously, our baseball season is not going to happen this year, but rest assured, we're going to be looking forward to that for next year. I was in touch with NBC this week as well, and NBC has informed me that they are in no way able to accommodate the men's retreat. In fact, all their summer camps and various other programs are canceled. And so we are toying with the idea of possibly having a fall retreat. It wouldn't be at NBC. We'd have to find a location. And there's some work that needs to be done with that. But we'll just continue to pray that God opens a door if the timing is right. And of course, we are conscious of the fact that they're projecting or anticipating a second wave of this COVID virus in September, October. Well, I do hope that you are doing well. I know that isolation has been hard on many of you, as well as it's been hard on my family. Um, when I noticed that I began to lose my sense of humor a couple of weeks ago, but God has brought that back. I'm back to my weird and wonderful self, and you've probably seen that through some of the chat groups or some of the posts that I'm making on Facebook or so on and so forth. But I do want you to know that we're praying for you, that we love you, that we miss you. We miss you like crazy. We really, really miss you. Um, and I can't wait to get back to meeting with you, to being able to have even a small group of individuals with some social distancing to gather together for coffee, and so know that my heart is with you, and while this is a great opportunity for us to spend some family time and for us to reach out to our families and to our neighbors and our coworkers as we see their needs, know that there are some challenges that that people are experiencing as well. And so um, I just encourage you to pray. I encourage you to pray for our leaders of this country. Encourage you to pray for your neighbors, your family members, your coworkers, and of course your church family. And so, um, I guess the last thing I want to say is don't lose your sense of humor. Don't lose your sense of humor. We need to laugh. We need to rejoice. We need to praise. We need to trust God, and God will be faithful. He's going to meet us where we are, and He's going to minister to us. And so thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your love and your encouragement. Thank you for your friendship, and thank you for the example that you are to not only myself but those around you. And I just pray that God's blessing would be upon you. May He bless you with peace. And we'll talk soon. God bless.